Okay. Think we got it.
Jonathan. You is oh my goodness. When I closed the door on me, I want to finish talking to you. I thought you was gonna put that food over there. No. Put that box thing over there. Whatever. Ew. What? Oh, wait, okay. I see what you're saying.
Where everybody else at?
Trying to get that taken care of right now. I think if it's you, that'll be fine. Just kind of a heads up, we're gonna go ahead and make this video live.
Okay.
So it will be.
I think it's already live. It say live on here.
Who's that with you?
Huh?
Who's there with you? Is that somebody that's staying with you?
No. They don't stay here. They just visit.
Are they somebody that we could work with?
Huh?
So are they somebody that we could work with?
Yeah, you could, but I had text Casey yesterday. She didn't text me back. My sister, my real sister, my blood sister, she is 23, I think, and she just had a baby too, and I think she was trying to get in a program. I had text Casey yesterday because my mom had told me to text her. I don't know I don't know who she stayed with, but I don't know who she stayed with. But I was with my mama yesterday, and she told me to text Casey and ask her, but Casey never texted me back. So
yeah, and if Casey doesn't reach out, send her my way. I'll try and get all that taken care of. So if you ever,
what she gotta do? Like,
I think we just need to do like some initial paperwork. Really, we want to like get a coach to meet with her. But if you run into any problems doing that, just reach out to me and we'll get all taken care of.
wait, so she go to like, so do she gotta like come up there or call y'all? I don't know because my mama, I was just gonna tell my mama and my mama tell her because I don't have her number.
She can do either. Whatever she wants to do. I would encourage though, like whenever she does reach out, just have her say she's like your sister, and
Okay.
we'll find a way to get that taken care of.
Okay.
You invite her to this. Have you helped her set up her phone so that she can get on life skills and join us?
No. That was my sister. You remember I was telling you about somebody, but that was my sister. That was just the people I was staying with. But this my
Yeah.
blood sister.
So there was that, but I'm talking about for her.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta tell my mama to tell her because I don't have no information. Like I don't got her number or nothing. My mama just asked me about it and I told my mama.
I gotcha. Okay. Maybe yeah, if you could well get even if you were able to get her contact information,
Mm-hmm.
I think if she's just having a hard time reaching out to us, we'll try and figure something out.
Okay.
So I'm not going to spend too much time today. If we don't have anybody else. It looks like we probably don't. Okay. So I'll go ahead and jump into it then. So today we're doing what? Who's hiring? One of the so a couple weeks ago, and this is just kind of FYI for whoever is watching after. A couple weeks ago, I found out about a really cool resource. And if you were in yesterday's video, we didn't do our normal class. We actually did a crafts class. And so Catherine from Cal's, who does our Wednesday class, was on there. And she has shared with me the Arkansas Central Library System has a website that the people can use who are seeking employment. Um, so I just wanted to go ahead and share that with everybody right now. If I can get back to, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's obviously not it. It's my motivation so that I do something productive. Okay, so on this website, essentially, I think it can be accessed by going to, we'll just go ahead and kind of go through it. If you go and search CALS, they have a wonderful website with a whole bunch of resources. There we go. And I think over here on up in the top corner, there's a search bar. And so you should just be able to search. The name of it is called Brain Fuse. And that should pull up. If you just click on it, there'll be a link there. And I think that, yep, there's a link down there below so that you can go straight to the website. And that was the website that I had pulled up earlier. And so I think all that you would need is just a library card. And it works if you owe fees, if you're worried that, you know, I owe a whole bunch of library fees, and like, I don't know if they're, to my understanding, they're pretty lenient. I actually owe, I think, like $300 in fees. So definitely don't worry about that. They're pretty understanding. It's not going to stop you. And I need to get, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my card in. And down here it tells you like just a list of different resources that they have available. So they will help you with like tutoring and homework. They'll give you job coaching like free of charge. They're saying that it's 24/7. I haven't actually asked about that. But I do know that they have assistance on their website. There is like a lab that you can use. I imagine that they also have a lab in person. They help with creating resumes. If you have questions about how to do that, what that looks like, they can teach you all that you need to know. They'll help you with preparing for your interview. So that might look like what Immerse does sometimes with like one-on-one sessions whenever you meet with a coach. And then they have a resource page on their portal. So it looks like there are a couple other things. So they also, in addition to that, they help with homework, and they have a writing lab. And they are nationality friendly or ethnicity friendly. I'm not sure which would be more appropriate, but so if if you know somebody that is struggling that maybe speaks Spanish or speaks another language, um, that's not a problem at all. So go ahead and go log into their portal. Okay. And once you enter your library card number, which will be on the back of your card, by the way, right underneath the barcode, it will take you to their homepage. And so underneath it, they, as I said, or as I was mentioning, they have several different things that you can access. So if you needed assistance with somebody, can you hear me okay, Brie? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I said yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you might. So on their homepage, if you, and I don't know if I need to go back for you, if I can. I just went ahead, after I searched the homepage, I put in, brought me to a screen where I had to put in my information, which is on the back of your library card. And I think those are free. Getting a library card should be free. But once you put that information in and log in, it will take you to their homepage for BrainFuse. And so with this, are several different things, as I was mentioning. You have the ability right off the bat, if you need help with like a resume, maybe it's not a resume, maybe it's just a job application, and you've got questions. Um, I haven't tried. We can go ahead and try now, see what happens. But I would think that it would take you to, yep, over here on the side, it looks like there's a chat. And so you would just in the search bar type in your question, and somebody would be able to assist you with any questions that you have. And so I'm actually going to exit out of this. Yep. And there's somebody right there. hope hope they're not disappointed. Um so yeah, so I think that would be if you need assistance with resumes and also with job applications, they have somebody that you can chat with kind of at any time. In addition to that, they have different templates that you can use if you have to write a resume, say for like a factory job, or maybe you're looking at like desk work or secretary work, or maybe you're really ambitious and you're going after your CNA and you've just completed it. They have the ability to go ahead and use a template so that you don't have to figure out what you're going to use. And so they have several different templates that you can use. I'm not terribly familiar with them. I would imagine that same link that we were just looking at, you could chat with somebody and kind of ask them which one to use. And then again, on their homepage, they have resources that you can use. And so here are several of their different resources. I'm not sure that all of them are relevant, but some of them may be useful when writing a resume. And then they have a lab down here. So you would just log in. It looks like probably upload your resume here. and then kind of discuss whatever your questions or your concerns are to get some feedback. So after you've made your resume, or maybe it's an application even, you could go ahead and upload that application here, and then you could type your questions into this box here. And if anybody has any questions on how to upload a application, I would encourage them maybe to speak with their coach, but more specifically, I don't think their coach would really know. So I would encourage you to ask to speak with me, and I would be more than happy to help anybody who has any questions try and figure out how to do that. Um, so that's that. I think that's probably everything under resume. So we mentioned job interviews. Um, and so they have a list of helpful tips. So if you're kind of curious, you have an interview, in like 2 hours, you've never done one, or maybe it's been a while, and you've forgotten maybe what you need to think about or what you need to say. They have a link here. So if you click on that, it'll actually tell you some advice before that you need to have before the interview, at the interview, how to respond to some common questions, how to answer those questions. And I thought this was interesting. Questions to ask the interviewer, or the person that's looking at hiring you. And I personally think this is interesting because I've never had questions. If I have, they've been kind of straightforward. I don't always think to ask questions or know what questions to ask. And so this kind of gives just a couple of questions that you could ask, that would actually be helpful to you. Um, and I have a list of things not to do at the interview, and kind of what it should look like or what you should do after. Um, I won't go terribly into detail on that, but that is all here if you decide to use this website. And again, this is all under the CALS library system. If you have any questions about how to get there, I would just encourage you to go back and start at the beginning and kind of watch this video. Maybe it's about 2 minutes in, and it'll kind of walk you through again how to access BrainFuse. So they have underneath job interviews, again, they have additional resources that might be helpful if you have any more questions. And so some of those are like what to wear to your interview. They have like an external link to some common questions. I think it's 100 potential interview questions. So if you're worried that they might ask certain questions, you can find out what typically comes up there. Again, tips, and then maybe some insight and advice. And then their last link, um, is career, or their last little tab here is career. And so with that, it looks like they will actually assist you. They provide job coaching, which is really cool. I think our house does that as well. And so if you have questions about what you should be doing at work, how to improve your performance, things that you want to ask your employer, but maybe you're afraid to ask because you don't know if it's going to mean, or it makes something happen that you're kind of unsure and you don't want to happen, you can ask that job coach. Um, and then they have an employment assistance. So they'll actually employ you or help you with unemployment benefits. So if you need to file for an employment at any time, they will definitely be able to assist you with that, and probably with that life coach or that job coach, excuse me. that job coach could assist you in filing the unemployment forms. Um, and then they have kind of an assessment if you're unsure, and we can go ahead and click on that. So if you're unsure of where to start, maybe you know that you like working in a specific area, maybe it's retail, maybe it's food service, maybe you want to do cleaning, or maybe it's, like you've got it, you want to do you want to work at a salon, do cosmetology, can't pronounce it, I'll get there. But if maybe you have it figured out, um, but you're still just kind of wondering, what are things that I would like to do? This link here will actually kind of walk you through. Um, it'll provide you like a survey. So if we were to click on this and go to the link, it'll provide you a survey here. And so you would just go through and answer these questions to the best of your ability. And when it's done, it looks like this is long. It will actually tell you maybe which different jobs would be a good fit for you. Um, so that's what that link is. And if we go back, they have a list of resources. So if you click on that link, it'll take you to like national resources. So maybe you're planning on moving and you're wondering what jobs are kind of available. Maybe you want to move to Georgia or to Texas. You could just click on this link and it'll go ahead and pull up a couple of different links that you can go through to search for jobs and apply for jobs out of state. And then, of course, it also has local jobs and the resources, which are kind of the same. One thing that I thought was really neat here, and I don't know if everybody knows about it, they have government jobs listed, and that's through the Little Rock City website. And so with government jobs, they're usually really good jobs. They're pretty easy, and some of them pay really good. And I say that I'm just thinking off top. I know this isn't an ideal job, but if you were to go and work just kind of collecting trash, I think because it's not such a pleasant job, they actually pay you a lot. So I think it's like $17 to $22 an hour, which is a lot of money. That's actually more than I make. Um, so that's that. And then I think, again, they just had different resources available if you had any questions. And then they also have other resources that are connected to the library, kind of tutorial, walkthrough. And then I think they actually had like an education component in this. So if you had questions about school or kind of what to do, or if you needed a lab to kind of get connected in, they have the ability to help with that as well. And I will say we are at some point in the future going to do a video on Trio and several other different places. So I think PTC, we're looking at doing a video with Diamond State at one point. And as I said, Trio. So those will be resources. Make sure to stay updated because we will be covering those. If you have any questions, I would encourage you to be with us when we're live so that we can answer all those questions for you. Um, Other than that, I think that's all I have for that. I will say, I was gonna say, so as far as jobs, I do know that US Pizza on Fair Park, right by Merce. I think it's right behind the Oaks Apartments, is hiring all positions. So if you're looking for a job right now and you really need one, to my understanding, like if you go there, you will probably get hired on. Um, so just kind of FYI, I would encourage whoever's watching, Bree, if you need a job, that is a place that is hiring right now. Um, but I also wanted to point out, this is the Our House job board. And if you're curious about kind of how to get to this link, you can go through the Our House website. And I think at the bottom of the screen, there's a link that you would click and it'll take you straight to the job board. Um, but we've also covered that in a previous video. So if you're struggling with that and you're still getting a little bit confused, definitely go back and watch all of our Saturday videos for who's hiring, and you should see one of them that kind of shows you how to get there. But on their board, it looks like there are three, or not three, there are several different jobs that have been added on this month. So all the jobs from earlier this year, it looks like most of them at least are still active. They're still looking for people to hire. We've got construction, delivery driver, grocery, housekeeping, janitor, landscaping, pet care, restaurant work, lots of less restaurant work. And these are, all over Little Rock and in North Little Rock, all the way West Little Rock, South Little Rock. Um, and then, yeah, retail, warehouse, housekeeping, customer service, receptionist. So lots of good opportunities. Um, and then at the grocery, at the bottom, I wanted to point out there were several jobs this month. And the reason why I say this is the ones that were added this month are probably still looking for people. I doubt that the positions have been filled. And so those would be good places to go. It looks like a clothing store here um, was um, was recently looking, or is currently looking for people as a sales associate. We've got another clothing store here that's looking for somebody to work up front with clothing. Um, art Artisan Cakes, that's a bakery. I would encourage whoever to kind of get connected with them. They are either going to be, and I'm sharing something really neat with them. So I don't think it's with them, but there's a place nearby them that we will be partnering with. Just for everybody who's listening in, we'll be partnering with them to provide meals for us. So we're actually going to have a restaurant doing meals starting Tuesday next week. It's supposed to be really cool. So it'll be, I think they're doing like a Cajun dish. It's going to be Creole um, on Tuesday. But that I know that whatever they're preparing for us for our meals is going to be really, really good. So I would encourage people, anybody who needs a meal, any of our youth that need a meal that are kind of struggling, get up to the OC. We're still open between 12 and 2. We're still definitely trying to help as best as we can. We're not closed. We'll actually be in our new building, I think, in May. Sometime around the beginning of May is when we're anticipating. Um, but this place is right next to, I think, one of the places that is going to be preparing all that food for us. And it's possible that maybe at some point we could get people hired on with whoever is making the meals for us at some point. I don't, it's too soon to say, but just throwing that out there. Kind of moving on, we've got a furniture store that's hiring. We have a hotel that is hiring. There's a receptionist desk work position here that was recently added. Another hotel, and it looks like another hotel as well. So places are definitely hiring. If you have any questions or need any assistance, feel more than free to reach out to either your coach or somebody at Immerse, and we'll kind of help you figure some of that out. And I would just encourage you, definitely check out these resources that are here. So once you start getting that money, you're gonna feel a lot better. You'll be able to, if you don't have your own space, you'll be able to get in your own space where it's nice and quiet. You don't have to worry about a whole bunch of things. But yeah, Bree, did you have any questions?
No.
No. Did everything kind of make sense? Did I go too fast?
No.
Okay. So with that, I think we'll probably close out. I'm absolutely certain that I went over my time limit. So I think we're trying to stick to 20 minutes with the video, so that's not too much for everybody. But it looks like I've definitely went over the time limit. It's like 2:36. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of close out the meeting. Hope to see everybody tomorrow on our Encounter Night link. Subscribe to our texting service. If you don't know how to do that, get in touch with somebody. We'll help you figure it out. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 2.
Tomorrow at 2. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Bree. This is good seeing you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
All right.